Hey everybody, it's Pete. What you're seeing now is 3 weeks out, just under 3 weeks out from the IFBB Pro California Bodybuilding Championships. Me and my boys are training quads. One of the things we're focusing on now is today we're doing a focus on eccentric training, the eccentric component of the most of the exercises. Because my carbs are low, my energy is low, but we still want to get maximum stimulation of the muscle fibers to preserve and even promote muscle growth at this point without injury. We're training a little bit less ballistic. I'm training with a lot more control, a lot more squeeze, a lot more mental focus, and squeeze on the muscle, because the tension on the muscle is going to stimulate growth, going to keep the protein synthesis going. So that way here we've got some preservation and even some accelerated tissue growth through the quads, hamstrings, and the whole lower body. With leg pressing now, using increased volume and more focus on the eccentric phase and the squeeze, we're able to train with a little bit less weight, just slightly less weight. We're probably going about 80% less weight at this point, but keeping maximum tension on the muscle throughout. So this way here, what you're seeing is a high rep drop set. So I've got maximum fatigue stimulation, maximum tissue stimulation. It's still no fun. It's a lot of challenge. It's very challenging. But it works. Now, along those same lines, after we do the leg press with squeeze reps in the controlled eccentric phase, we'll move on into a superset. And this is a pretty intense, intensifying technique where I'll add leg extensions, again focusing on the eccentric phase to really blow out the quads. With a slight turn into the toes or a slight turn out of the toes, you can target different areas of the quadriceps complex, either the lateralis or the medialis, or actually the rectus directly. So this way here for me, it'll benefit me in my look and my separation on stage by focusing on the different heads of the quads. As you'll notice here, I'm taking my time with the up. The weight is moderate, but actually directly after doing a drop set on a leg press, I think we got about 20 or 25 reps total on that drop set on a leg press that you saw here. I'm doing slow reps with a fairly intense squeeze up and then a hold with a 4 to 5 second down phase. In that eccentric phase, the tremendous burn really targets all of the different areas of the muscle, stimulating maximum growth and fiber recruitment. There you go. Try this one. It's pretty intense doing this as a superset with high volume and focus on the eccentric phase. And it's also fairly safe. One of the things you got to keep in mind is when your carbs are really low, your mind is fatigued. The focus is not quite there sometimes, because although the heart might be there, the will might be there, with a low carb program, your brain's not always synapsing properly. This is a great way to get maximum stimulation without tremendous risk for injury. Now at this point here, we're focusing on glute and hamstring training. This is a cool move. On the hack squat, we're doing like a good morning / stiff-legged deadlift style motion. What you want to do is keep your toes facing fairly straightward, but as you come up, really rotate those femurs laterally, driving the pelvis forward and squeezing the glutes at the top. This is a great contraction for the glutes to build detail through the glutes and the glute ham tie-ins. This is more of a finishing movement, but it's a nice mass building heavy movement as a finisher as well. And we superset this with either seated or lying hamstring curls most of the time. Anyway, that's a part of our leg training program that we did a couple days ago on Sunday. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned for more from Project Shredded as I get ready for the Cal.